Hi guys, welcome back to another Tute with Shane. What we're going to be looking at today is another way of actually producing a part. So last Tute we looked at extrusion, so have a look at that if you're not too sure with extrusion. In this one we're going to be looking at Revolve, which is another way of creating a part. So it's straight off the bat, if you're looking at creating a particular part, have a bit of a think about how you want to create it. You can actually save a lot of steps by creating a revolve rather than an extrude in a lot of cases, so consider it if you can. So let's jump in and have a look. We're on our home screen here, so let's have a look at creating a new part. Jumping into the parts, first of all we still need to think about creating a sketch to start with. So in this case what I'm going to do is actually create a sphere. So in this case it's very impossible for you to do a sphere with an extrude, so we'll look at a shape that is probably a really good example of how you can utilize this function. So we'll jump into this one and we'll start a sketch, and we'll pick our face that we want to actually apply our sketch to. So I'm just going to go with the YX face, and what I can do is actually jump in, and what I'm going to do, I'm not going to do a circle. What I'm going to do is actually create a line, and just wait for it to stop thinking, and then I'll start from the origin, always starting from the origin once again, dragging a line up, and I just want to click right click and then OK, just to get out of that line tool. And then I want to create an arc. So I want to go from this edge to this edge, and then I want to drag that out, and we'll just stop it there. And what I want is actually for these to be tangent. So they won't be exactly tangent, but at the point where it actually meets the actual line, I want that section to be tangent, and then it's going to arc from that, because I want a nice smooth surface to revolve around. So what I can do is actually start thinking about how I can use these constraints a little bit, and one of the tools that I've got there is this one here. Once again, holding my cursor over the actual constraint brings out a bit of information on what this actually does. So what I can do is click on an edge, click on the arc, and it will make those tangent or 90 degrees from the point where it starts. So it won't be perfect, but you get the idea, I think. So I can click on the line, click on the circle, and that gives that a tangent edge. So that should come out nice and smooth. So if we think about it, if I place a measurement on this side here, it should actually give me the diameter of my sphere. So we'll try and do that. Oh, sorry, 10 mil. So we're going to create a 10 mil sphere, but I'm not actually finished yet. I want to actually tell it straight away what I'm actually going to be revolving around. So I want to tell it a center point. So what I can do here is go into my Format tab here. This is in my sketch, still in my sketch, Format tab, and I can click on Center Line. I don't want to click on it yet. These ones operate a little bit differently, where you're actually basically turning something on and off. I can see that I'm in dimension mode. I don't want to be in dimension mode for this, so I can right click, go Cancel. So that takes me out of dimension mode. Select my line that I want to be the center of my revolve. Click the center line, so it's now turned on for that line. You can see that it's actually changed to a dash dot dash dot. So that's indicating that this is a center line. So this is looking pretty good. I might just jump into my 3D model now, go to my Revolve, and there we go, voila. we have a sphere. I can give it some prompts here. I can also drop this down. Because I've only got the one profile, once again, like the extrude we did just before, if I had two profiles that I could choose from, it would obviously not do the revolve. It would ask me what the profile was. I can select that and choose a different profile if I need to. I've got this second one here that wasn't in my extrude as well. So just having a look at that, that's the axis it says. But what this actually is choosing the center line, or the axis that the revolve is going to revolve around. So just be aware of that one. We can also change this so we can create a particular angle, so we don't have to do a full 360-degree revolve. We can do a full revolve. We can go 2. We'll get into that a little bit later, and between, we'll get into these two a little bit later because they need a little bit more information for those. Don't worry about these guys again yet. We will be getting into those a bit later, and that's looking pretty good. We have a sphere. Let's revolve around it a little bit, circle around it, and that's looking really good. It's looking like a perfect sphere. Once again, if you guys have any questions, please let me know. If you have any videos that you would like me to tackle, please let me know as well, and I'll dive into those for you as soon as I have a bit of a chance. So, once again, thumbs up guys, have a good time, and we'll see you in the next video.